Rona Jack is here with us this
Yay.
morning on the phone line. Good morning to you, Rona Jack.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you doing this morning? It's a pleasure to have you on the show this morning. Congratulations.
It's a pleasure to be on your show this morning.
All right, so tell me about
I'm
the
hearing how
Dazzle fashion
excited
ruler.
your song.
What is it
I
exactly?
need to pep up.
What was that?
I'm hearing how excited you're singing
Well, yes.
about this ruler.
Tell me about the Dazzle fashion ruler. What is it exactly?
All right, the Dazzle fashion ruler is the combination of 3 rulers and a calculator.
Ooh.
A calculator. What inspired you to come up with this? Why do we need this in fashion? Tell me. Oh, I'm now seeing the hip curve and the French curve.
Nice.
Yes, and the armhole curve.
Okay.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Tell
And
me why
if you
you-
look
tell
at
me-
it, by the hip curve, there are 2 hip. By the hip curve, there are 2 hip curves. There are one on the outside and one on the inside for the narrower hips and the wider hips.
Naturally. Naturally. Okay. How long did it take you to come up with this design?
All right, I invented this ruler 16 years ago,
Wow.
Wow.
and I hid it in a drawer for 9 years until the Prime Minister's, I knew about the Prime Minister's invention competition, and in 2015 I won special prize in the Prime Minister's invention competition.
Okay. So is it on the market available for people to purchase? Are you making more of them or is it just like your own only?
No, it's in the market. I've licensed my invention to a company in Denmark. So right now it is in Europe, across Europe, and Trinidad and Tobago.
Nice. So, question, Rona, why did you hide it for all those years?
Because I did not have any money. And I heard that I have to patent it, and the patent will cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I did not want anybody to steal it. So I had to hide it.
Well, that's completely understandable because if it's one thing, you have to protect your interests, you have to protect your ideas, and of course, it's definitely costly when you create these things and to ensure, of course, that your interest is protected. As we said, no, Rona, you said, there's the hip curve, there's the inner and the outer hip. Of course, you have the L square as well. What inspired you to go forth and create this Dazzle versus the original yardstick or ruler?
Well, the long rulers, I used to take the long rulers to class. So I was going to a class, and every day I go to class, the long rulers keep moving up and down in my bag. And it was hard to transport when you go into a car. And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to invent a sewing ruler that can fold. I watched the carpentry ruler that my father had. And that's what propelled me to invent the that folding sewing ruler.
And you've definitely made a lot of those who design, they've made their lives a lot easier with this because, as you mentioned, packing is an issue. You always want to make sure, of course, that everything can be packed as neatly as possible, and you want to maximize space, especially even if if you're taking public transport. You don't want to be with this big ruler, sticking out of your backpack or your handbag. Now, you mentioned that we can purchase this Dazzle. Where can we purchase it?
We can purchase it at Factory and in Tobago, Parker, and Abrahams. And Factory will be retailing it to other stores in Trinidad. But today, it's a special day that I will be at Factory store in Trinidad autographing the ruler to customers. And it will be sold at $350 today for the next 3 days.
Okay, I was just about to say, are you going to sign? Going to sign them? But yes.
But remind me the name of the
I will
store where you're
be
going to be selling it
signing
from?
From Factory store.
Factories. All right, nice. We had to go down Factories.
Yeah,
We have to
no
go down
problem.
today.
And get our autograph.
Yes. Rona, you're going to be inducted into the Intellectual Property Hall of Fame. Was this something that you expected, and what are you looking forward to the most?
I expected it because we have been talking, intellectual property has been talking about it for the longest while. Because what people don't know is that I have hit a lot of firsts in intellectual property. So they were excited to do this for the longest while, but I did not want it to happen until my ruler are on the market.
Ah,
Right.
I didn't just want a Hall of Fame on the wall, and because there are a lot of people who have invention and it's on the wall, but there are no financial gain. It is not on the market. It's just a patent. But I wanted more than that. I wanted to see it come alive so the people can have that inspiration to move forward, to know that it is achievable and it's in the market.
How did you go about getting it in the market, Ms. Japp?
Well, when I licensed to the company in Denmark, me and him decided that we're going to bring it to Trinidad and Tobago. But as I licensed it to him, he's going to sell it across Europe because I give him the territory of Europe.
Right, but tell me, how did you make that connection with the gentleman from Denmark?
Through Kariri. Kariri has an IAS program.
Right.
And I entered the IAS program. After I won special prize in the Prime Minister's invention, Kariri decided that they're going to bring in the Danish community to license people's product. And I became the first person from the program to license my product in Denmark.
All right. Ms. Jack, tell me something. How does it feel to be the first woman inventor with a U.S. patent from Tobago?
Excited, happy.
We can hear the joy. We can hear the joy in your voice.
Yes.
Rona,
because I did not do it just for me. I did it for my children. I did it for the community. And I did it for women.
Yes.
Yeah.
Women. I saw that there was only 13% of women inventors in the world. So I decided that I am going to press forward and bring this thing to fruition.
So, Rona, as you continue to blaze the trail of inventing for women in Trinidad and Tobago, and I would say also, for women of color and in the Caribbean, what is next on the cards for you? Do you have anything up your sleeve that we can look forward to that's going to make our lives a little bit easier?
Okay, there are two things. I have another invention that I want to bring out. I had it since 2016, but because of financial reasons, I could not. So that's one. I want to do motivational speech. I want to encourage people in intellectual property in Trinidad and Tobago because I believe that we need it more than ever because your rights to your product and licensing your product, one, or your intellectual property rights on a whole, trademark, copyright, we tend to do it after, but we need to do it up front. So I am partnering with intellectual property. We are trying to go into schools. We already started to go into the schools and the community to speak about intellectual property rights.
Wonderful. Rona, thank you so much for being with us this morning on the Now Morning Show. Looking forward to hearing your motivational speeches, hoping that we'll see you here again on the show. And of course, the other invention that you have hidden in your drawer, we're ready to see that as well. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And thank you all for inviting me on this program. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No problem, Rona. Congratulations.
Yes, it's definitely our pleasure. I like that.
Yeah, watch now. I gonna get one.
Listen.
I don't even sober. I gonna get one.
I'm thinking about it because, okay, there are so many things that you could do with it. I like the fact that it unfolds.
You know what I like? You know what I really like about it is the fact that she owns the patent for it, right? And what she said in the end there, intellectual property is so very important.
Yeah.
We take it for granted, and we don't realize how important it is until somebody else takes it and does it, does something with it. And we ran into that challenge with the steel pan.
I was just about to,
Yeah, so it's really nice to hear people saying that, this is what we're doing and this is what we need to be doing and do it the proper way.
Most
But let's take a quick break and come back with more inside the Now Morning Show because we have a lot in store. It's Tobago Thursdays right here.